Hey, it's your girl Ashley Moore, aka Abby Lovett, and I was just coming on here just to talk a little about spiritual awakening. Um, it's crazy because I always knew I was different. I always knew that I was like kind of what they say, the black sheep of the family. I'm the oldest, but I never really felt like I fit in with my sisters and my brothers. And I am the oldest of five girls, one boy, and I have four stepbrothers with my mom's husband. So it's 10 of us, five girls and five boys. And I just always could feel ever since I was a little girl that I was just different from all my sisters and my brother. And when you're going through a spiritual awakening, you would experience things that you would never think that you would experience. And when you talk about these things to people, they look at you sideways. Like, how can you believe in God and a higher power, but you don't believe in spirituality or energy or frequencies and all of that? And I'm one of those people that can tell you off the bat that it's real. And you will be stuck between the old you and the new you as you're transitioning, trying to get through these things on your own. God will start secluding you. He'll start putting you by yourself. He'll start showing you that people, family, and friends need to be separated from you. Like me, I'm always like my mother, and me and my sisters and brothers are like this. We do everything together. But lately, I've been feeling like we need to be like this so we can be balanced. So my mom has her household, I have my household, and I'm not ripping and running and doing everything for everybody. Now I'm trying to balance myself and get me together. And when you going through your spiritual awakening, shit will start hitting the fan. You will start have to confess with all of those um old wounds that you need to heal. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm 30 and some things went down with me that I just told my mom about not even 2 years ago. And it happened to me when I was a kid. And that was one secret that I never told my mom. And I found out that if I didn't tell her what was going on and how it was going on and what had happened when I was younger, that it was weakening my heart. So not only that, I'd have been kidnapped, I'd have been raped, I'd have been held at gunpoint. My oldest child has shaken baby syndrome. I have been through the most through my life. I have lost both of my fathers, my biological father and my other father, my mama's husband. And it's just like I be seeing different things, feeling different things, and I have witnessed black magic, picture magic, spell magic, bond magic. I have witnessed death magic, anything that you can think of that people can confess and do to you. If you believe it will happen, it will happen. But if you believe that God got your back and that there is a higher power, and the spirit of the Almighty Most High, you will get through this. And then on top of that, it's also putting you in this mind frame because you need to change yourself. So not only did I had to heal from all of those things that was hindering me from moving, I had to let it out. Like, my spirit even started calling out my siblings, my cousin, everybody around me that's never treated me right. My spirit started attacking them because I was holding on to it for so long, because I was always the nice one, the gullible one, the humble one. And people don't understand when you're trying to keep constantly changing yourself every day and stay on that path that once killed you before and could have killed you. Because I have been in situations where I shouldn't even be here from birth. And a lot of people don't understand that. My mama had me at the same age that Mary had Jesus. So my mama always told me that I was a gift from God, that I was one of God's chosen ones, that she gave me over to God. So until I came in contact with my false twin flame, I didn't understand what that was. I didn't really understand what my spirituality was. It's been going on 2 years now, a little bit over a year, that I've met my false twin flame, but it took me 6 months into it to really understand the journey that I was on, to understand what was going on. And then I started getting into it and falling into it and falling into a place that I didn't need to be in. This man was after my money, after my inheritance, trying to get me pregnant. I can't even have kids. I've never slept with this man. He was making me be in third party situations without me knowing. And he's older. He's 10 years older than me. He was invading my energy, doing sex magic. His wife was doing black magic. It was all kind of stuff. But we end up coming from the same city and moving to another city, from Louisville to Atlanta, and we was mutual friends. So we started hanging out, but he made his life seem like it was something other than what it was. So that's how I end up opening up my third eye chakra and my chakra and lining them into what needs to be put in order and balancing myself and grounding myself. So today will be my first video of even talking about any of this stuff, because now I understand that I do have to heal, and this is the way for me to heal, is to get on here and talk to you guys about it, because somebody else may be going through it. And like I said, when God is trying to show you that he got your back and that you are his child and that you are something other than what you think you are, he will start putting you by yourself so you can think, so you can feel, so you can hear, so you can see the spirits and your ancestors and him talking to you. And I had to stop fighting it, because I done lost my powers a few times. And if I would have knew that this is what this stuff was that was happening to me when I was in my early teenage years or my early 20s or my late 20s, I would have gotten it sooner. But sometimes slow and steady wins the race. And I always said that slow and steady wins the race. When you start realizing who you are, what you're doing, what your path is, and where you're going, it will fall in line. When you start listening to the Most High and start getting back on track and finding yourself and finding out who you are and finding out what the Most High wants you to do, things will start coming easy. My money started coming back in. My bills are going down. I'm focused more on myself. I'm focused more on my kids. I'm getting my business back together. I got my skin back together. Like, all kind of things was just happening. And if we don't believe and get back on that track that we was, like our ancestors was, to make this world a better place, everybody is going to fall. Just like they said, God was going to get his people, the devil was going to get his people. Right now, we are all in a spiritual warfare. And if we all don't find ourselves and find our paths and find out who we are and get back to the root of loving ourselves and then loving others around us, I have a power of giving people good energy and healing them just by standing next to them. Somebody can feel sad and I'll call them. They'll be like, oh my goodness, I was just thinking about you. I'm so glad you called me. Just hearing your voice makes me feel good. Just seeing your face makes me feel good. And I've always came in contact with people who was mental, alcoholics, what you would call crazy, like all kind of people. They come to me and they can have a normal conversation with me and feel like the smartest person on the world or the richest person on the world, and they gravitate to me. Like, people that try to steal my energy and everything. Like, I had to really go within and do work on myself. And I don't know where I'm gonna be at a year from now with this, but I just know that I had to get back to self and get back to the Most High and listen to what he's telling me to do. I'm not having sex no more right now, because everybody around me, every guy around me, They scared of a woman who got stability, even if it was a man, and you look like, it's crazy. Like, everybody has to get back to self and get back to most high and get back to praising and get back to doing everything that he is asking us to do. Because right now they're trying to distract us with this COVID pandemic thing. And right now it's really just all a spiritual warfare. And hopefully when I get down to doing more research and getting down to myself, I can help more people who are actually experiencing this. Because you hear a lot of these people on YouTube talking about, you're a chosen one, you're a star seed, you're here to change the world. Where I'm actually going to be one of those people to step up and say, yes, I am experiencing all of these things that they talk about when they say chosen ones and star seeds and black sheeps and goats and all of that. So because I'm actually experiencing having to go through all of that and being secluded to get back to myself and get back to the higher power. So hopefully just a little bit of information that I gave out right now will help some of you guys. Hopefully I'm not the only one going through this. I know I'm not. It's hard, but it does get easier. You do go through a lot of emotions. You do go through a couple breakdowns, couple breakthroughs. But when you see where he's taking you, things are going to start going a whole lot easier for you. So I will come back with another video here in maybe a day or two. I'm going to try to upload maybe 2 videos a week to start off and then gravitate more. But I do have a lot of stuff, like I write everything down, all the stuff that I go through, all the experiences that I've experienced. I doodle all of that stuff down and put it in my notebooks and my meditation books. And, just get it off your chest. Like, I done wrote a note to myself, then told myself how I'm going to make my money and everything. Like, just get it out. Like, this is a note to myself that I wrote about all my past hurt and pain. I use different color pencils and stuff. This right here is one of my favorites. I just did a whole bunch of like topics and stuff and like wrote down stuff that happened to me, like to let it go and stuff. Like, I've been raped, kidnapped. My oldest daughter has experienced shaken baby syndrome, all of that stuff. So I have been trying to manifest everything I want and get everything out of me so I can heal, so I can be better for my kids. I don't want to be like nobody but myself. So God is pushing me to go that way, and I'm just going to have to listen. Hopefully this video helps somebody along the way, and I'll be back with more. Thank you.